So we were discussing about intestine. Total length from mouth to anal opening is around 9 meters. In that, this small intestine itself is of 6 meters approximately. From 9 meters, 6 meters is small intestine itself. Okay? Then you can understand why the name small intestine is given to this. Isn't it? Why the name small intestine when it is the longest part of the alimentary canal? That small intestine name is given not on the basis of length but on the basis of width, that means diameter. Of both the types of intestine, small intestine and large intestine has a larger diameter, small intestine has a smaller diameter. That is why we call it small intestine. On the basis of length, it is the longest part of alimentary canal. Okay. So in the intestine part, then what will happen? I will divide again that intestine into two parts as we were discussing, small intestine and then large intestine. Okay. So in the small intestine, you will find three main parts. You don't have to go into the detail of those words. You will be studying about it in senior classes. At least get introduced to these words. Those three words are duodenum, jejunum, ileum. These are the three parts of this component which is small intestine. Okay, duodenum, jejunum, ileum. Okay, these are the three parts of this small intestine region. Okay, small intestine, this one, duodenum, jejunum, ileum. So food which is now chyme from the stomach area is coming to the small intestine. Which part is it coming? It is coming to the first part of small intestine, that is duodenum. Okay. So in the duodenum, now the process of digestion of fat is to take place. All the fat component of the food is mainly digested in the duodenum part. Okay. For that, the medium now needs to be changed. See how many things are happening in your body. The food was made acidic in the stomach for the protein digestion. Now the food is reaching intestine where the medium needs to be alkaline. That means basic medium for fat digestion. So you understood how difficult it is for the food to completely digest in the body. So the fat digestion happens there. Okay. So fat digestion, how will it happen? First of all, bile juice that is produced by liver. There is one important organ in your body. Near the stomach you will see this. This is liver. Okay. This liver is producing a juice which is called bile juice. That bile juice is stored in a small container there which is called gallbladder. Okay. Gallbladder stores that bile juice and concentrates it. It's again a very, dangerous liquid found inside your body. If it comes in contact with other organs, it can damage organs. That much strong it is. From the gallbladder, it is coming to this duodenum part. Okay. What is coming? Bile juice. So this bile juice will make the acidic component of food into alkaline food. Okay. Alkaline means basic food. Okay. It will get converted into basic food. Basic food means alkaline food. Okay. Once it is converted into alkaline food, that means basic food, it will be named as chyle. C-H-Y-L-E. Chyle. So see how the names are changing. You put food in the mouth, it gets masticated, chewed, form is changed through the esophagus, it reaches the stomach. Acid is mixed in the food. Then what happens? This food becomes now chyme. Now this chyme is digested in the stomach. After the protein components are digested, it is sent to the intestine. In the intestine, then it is called chyle, because now that food has become alkaline. Okay. Once the food has become alkaline, then the next juice will come. That juice is sent by the pancreas. Pancreas produces pancreatic juice. That pancreatic juice comes through the same path through which this bile juice has come. Same path. That is why that pipe is known as hepatopancreatic duct. Will be a little bit tough name for you. Just write the name and try to learn it. Hepato word is used for something related to liver. Okay. Pancreatic, of course, the name suggests that it is related to pancreas. Duct means pipe. So hepatopancreatic duct, the duct or the pipe which is bringing the secretion from the liver through the gallbladder and then into the through the pancreas also. Okay, so that pancreatic juice will be reaching the small intestine's first part, which is duodenum. Okay, so in the duodenum region we can see that the pancreatic juice has reached. This pancreatic juice will help in the breakdown of fats. That means the fats will be broken down into smaller components that are fat globules. The process of digestion is very long. We cannot discuss it at your class level. Okay. So first we saw that the carbohydrate component begins in the mouth only. Carbohydrate digestion starts. Then we saw that in the stomach, protein digestion starts. Okay, it's mainly digested there. Then we saw that in the small intestine, first part, fat digestion started, isn't it? So these are the main components of food that needed digestion. How long that process is, how many parts are involved, we are just getting introduced to this term, so you must have understood how long that process is. Once you go to the senior class, you will be again studying very detailed. So many processes are happening there. Okay, so what happened in the small intestine, first part, duodenum? Digestion of fat took place. Okay, at the same time, remember, the other components are also being digested. It's not stopped. Okay, whatever digestion part is left, every process is completed in the next part of small intestine, that is called jejunum. Jejunum is called the seat of maximum digestion. Seat of maximum digestion means whatever component of food has not been digested or is still to be digested will be at last completely digested in the section called jejunum, the second part of small intestine. Okay, for this it contains, this jejunum part of small intestine contains many different types of digestive juices inside the intestine itself, which helps in the final digestion of all the components of food. So where is the process of digestion completed? You can say that it is completed in the small intestine. In the small intestine, where is it completed? Then in the small intestine, you can say it is completed in the jejunum, the second section of small intestine. Okay. Then the last part is there, which is called ileum. Okay. Ileum is the seat of maximum absorption. Okay. This is the part of small intestine from where the nutrients are absorbed into the body. Okay. You cannot see that in picture because in the picture it's only a diagram like this, isn't it? So you have to understand that that is the part of small intestine where nutrients are absorbed into the blood. Blood is the liquid which carries it to every part of the body, isn't it? So we have to ensure that the nutrients reach the blood so that from the blood it can be sent to various parts of the body. Okay, so that happens in the second part of the intestine, and that is third part of the intestine, and that is ileum. Okay. Okay, so in the ileum part, absorption has happened. Nutrients have been absorbed and sent to the body. Okay, now how is it accomplished? Is there any special setup in this part, ileum? Yes, inner lining of the ileum part has small finger-like projections inside, which are known as villi. So when this digested food is passing through the small intestine, especially in the last part which is called ileum, this villi is also touching that digested food, isn't it? This villi is supplied with blood vessels. Blood vessels are there, fine blood vessels are there. These fine blood vessels will take up all the nutrients that are found in the digested food. Which are the important nutrients? Carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins, minerals. All these in digested form will be taken from there, and the remaining materials, which are now waste materials, which are not very useful materials, will be sent to the large intestine along with water. Okay, along with water, mixed with water, they will be sent to the large intestine. Understood? So what was the process happening in the small intestine? First, the acidic food was coming from the stomach. It got converted into alkaline food. Who made it alkaline? The bile juice which was produced by liver. Okay, and then the pancreatic juice was put into it. Pancreatic juice helped in the breakdown of fat, and then other components of food also. Okay, every final step of digestion is completed in the small intestine. That's what we saw. First part was duodenum, second part is jejunum, and in the third part ileum. We saw that it got absorbed into the blood. Okay, so we have completed three words now. First word was ingestion, finished. Second word was digestion, finished. Third word was absorption. The food has been absorbed into the stomach. We started with 5 words. Now 2 words are left, assimilation and egestion, isn't it? So 3 words are finished. Okay, keep in mind all this. If you are not connecting all the words in a series, just go through this video once again. So 4th one, that is assimilation. What will the blood do with the nutrients? All the nutrients have been absorbed into the blood. Now what will the blood do? Of course, the blood is being pumped by the heart. That means blood is being sent to various parts of the body. 6 liters, around 5 to 6 liters of blood is there in an adult body. This 6 liters of blood will carry all these nutrients to various parts of the body. I am standing in front of you speaking. Okay, who is providing me energy for this? Of course, through the food that I ate. Isn't it? It got split into my body, broke down into my body in this form only as I am discussing, and then from that the blood sent it to various cells. Okay, nutrients are going to various cells. Till now the energy is not released. How is that energy released? By the process of respiration. When oxygen reaches the cells, the oxygen will break down that food and release energy. That we will study in the process section of respiration. Okay, now you have to understand that by the process of assimilation, through the blood, nutrients will reach to various parts of the body, each and every cell of the body. Okay, that is assimilation. Now the 5th work remains, and that 5th work is egestion, the last part. What happens in the egestion section is what we are going to discuss now. Okay, the food has reached the large intestine. From the large intestine, then what is happening? In the large intestine, the food is still now in the liquid form. Water is there along with the waste material. So the process of defecation will be tough. If loose stool is always sent out from the body, the process of defecation, throwing out of waste materials, will become tough. Okay, I usually compare it like this. In developed countries like US, every house owner keeps 1 or 2 dogs. So every day morning they go out with these dogs for a morning walk. The rules are so strict there that if the dog does potty there, the owner has to clean the waste material wherever it falls. From there he has to take it and throw it in the nearest dustbin after tying it. Trash. Okay, trash bin. Think about it. If the dog, instead of throwing out solid waste material, if it is always throwing out liquid waste material, then what will happen? I think in one line I can say the owners will forget keeping dog, because cleaning this liquid waste material will be very difficult. So what happens in the large intestine? In the large intestine, this liquid is absorbed from the large intestine, and the waste material is converted into semi-solid form. Okay, the waste material is converted into semi-solid form. The water is absorbed in the large intestine, and the waste material gets converted into semi-solid form. Okay, and then in the last part you will see that here you can see it gets stored in the bag like a structure that is here. This is called a rectum. Okay, the waste material gets stored here. When you feel the pressure of the waste material there, brain gives you that sensation. Then you go to washroom, and then the solid waste materials are thrown out from the body. Okay, this is the bag like material, bag like part of the large intestine, where you see that these are stored. The opening is called anal opening. Okay, through the anal opening the waste materials are sent out of the body. Again, then the same question which I asked you then can be asked here also. If there is an opening, why didn't it come out always? Why did it stay there for some time? When the materials got full there, when we had a sensation of pain or that the pressure is there, then that's all materials are sent out when we go to the washroom. Why didn't it come out always? Because again there is the same muscles which we were discussing in the stomach and intestine area. and that is sphincter muscles. Those sphincter muscles keep the pathway closed. So once the material has to be thrown out, brain commands, and then the sphincter muscles are removed, and then the materials are sent out of the body. Okay. So children, this was a description about every part that we were seeing. You repeat the video, prepare notes from this so that you will get a clear idea about all these parts. Okay. In brief, it has been written here. This is for you. This worksheet is for you, that you have to learn it. Okay. You have to learn it. It's already written here. You have to just learn it. You don't have to do anything else with this. Then there are other worksheets which you have to do and understand. You can see here. Okay. This is a worksheet which contains every part of the digestive system, but only in black and white lining. A simple worksheet is there. You have to just color the different parts with different colors and then label it. Which part is stomach, which part is esophagus, which part is large intestine, which part is rectum. You have to color it, and then you have to, there's a brief description given here, but at the same time you have to color it and label it. That is the motto of this worksheet. Okay. So children, hope you got all the ideas about this. We were discussing about human organ system, a quick revision. Human organ system, and in the human organ system we discussed the first system, that is digestive system, how this digestive system is working in your body from mouth to anal opening, how the 5 things, ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation and egestion is taking place. Okay. Now we have sent the food through the blood, all the nutrients have reached various cells. How these nutrients will release energy, we will study about it in the next class, that is respiration. Okay. Thank you for listening to me. God bless you.